What do you do when you're in your small workshop and you've managed to use up all of your wall space? I mean, my wall space is so full, it's unbelievable. Maybe the one thing I should do is stop buying stuff. That would be a good idea. But anyway, if you look at the wide angle shot of my garage there, you don't even see part of it, but I got my dust collector, I got my clamps, I got clamps hanging up on pipes on the ceiling, I got hand power tools, I got jigs, I got hand tools, I mean, it is full. I got clamps down here, I got wood on the floor. My walls are full. So what do you do? Well, let me show you. When you're out of wall space in your small one-car garage workshop, just lower some more wall space. Paul Carlson here, small workshop guy. So as you saw, I just lowered some more wall space, and I've been lowering it for several years and never really thought about using it very actively. Finally, I said, I need a place to hang some more stuff. So, took a look at it, gave it a little thought, said, you know what? I think I can do it. First of all, I put 3 pieces of whiteboard, erasable whiteboard, in the middle of these panels. Just cut them to size, just put some screws in the corners, and boom, there you go. You got a place to make notes, write down measurements, and do reminders for yourself and other things. Then I took a piece of walnut, spanned it from this 3/4 inch plywood over here to this 3/4 inch plywood, and because I've got a recessed panel, then that gives me room behind that plywood. I simply then bought some clamps from Ace Hardware that look like this, kind of like a double, I don't know what you call those, but anyway, you can see what they look like. They're easy to find. I bent this down just a little bit with a hammer. That just hangs back there, and then I can hook up a lot of things. In this case, I've just hooked up my grippers. That gives me the ability to have right behind my table saw a hearing protection, some dust mask, a brush to brush off all the sawdust. And then I decided, well, I've been struggling to get my saw blades off of the wall, so I just put a piece of plywood. I used a hanger bolt, they call it, and that's the one with screw threads on one side and then mechanical threads on the other. And then screwed that in. I think it's probably sticking out the outside of my garage door, but as long as my wife doesn't see that, I'm okay. And so I got a little piece of plywood to raise it out, got a saw stop blade in there, combination blade, another little piece of plywood, 1/4 inch. And then I've got a wing nut on top of a rubber washer, and that's holding that all very securely. Obviously that's not going anywhere. So that's this side of my garage. Another little piece of walnut spanning from the 3/4 inch to 3/4 inch plywood. That gives me room in behind. So I've put a couple of magic marker pens for my whiteboards here. Little cloth to erase it, and then my match fit dovetail clamps from Micro Jig. I like them over here because I use them a lot on my table saw sleds. As you can see, here's one here, here's one here. So I own about 10 of them because I got a lot of jigs that use them, and so this is a nice way. They're not going to drop off when I raise the garage door because they're clamps. So just clamp them to the black walnut, and you're good to go. No way those are coming off. So let me step back and show you the garage door actually raising and prove to you that this works and that these won't drop off. Now, I'm shooting a live video. I do get to edit it. But usually what happens in a live video is they'll do the opposite of what you want. So they'll probably drop off, but you'll never know it. All right, here we go. This is what you call proof of concept. How about that? Before I go, do me a favor, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so you'll know when I produced another genius tip. Give me comments, that will help my YouTube analytics. And one more thing, down below there's a link to Patreon. If you go there and pledge $1 or $2 a month, you don't have to do it for a long time, just do it a month or two. You will be in very, very rare company, like maybe 4 of you. So anyway, give this old coot some help on Patreon. It'd be much appreciated. There is some overhead costs of producing videos. So, small workshop guy saying be safe in your workshop. See you next time.